Mabandla kamjukana kandaba. The obituary of fighter Sibongakonke Bata. We mourn the life of fighter Sibongakonke Amahle Bata, who was born in Free Aid Hospital on the 23rd of March 2008. Amahle died tragically in a bus accident on her return from the June 16 rally of the EFF in Umlazi. At the tender age of 17 years old, and was yet to taste adulthood and experience the joys of life which she deserved. Amahle was a precious gift to her grandfather and father, whom she leaves behind, and all the learners of Abakulisini Secondary School, where she was an enthusiastic learner, a loving friend, and a disciplined pupil. Amahle represents the very generation she went to celebrate on June 16, fearless and committed to a struggle that is older than her and beyond her years. She did not allow age to dictate her love and dedication to change the lives of African people for the better. She goes to rest a young heroine who must join the revolutionary June 16 activist Sibongile Mkhabela in a revolutionary heaven. May her soul rest in perfect peace.
We mourn the life of Pumlani Zulu, who was born on the 1st of January 1979 at Fried Hospital. Pumlani was born just 3 years after the 1976 June uprising, and even at his advanced age still held in his heart of love for those liberation heroes. As a dedicated member of the EFF, he knew that the EFF belongs both to the young and old, and took his time to honor the generations of the past and the generations of the future. Fighter Pumlani leaves behind his children, Olwetu, Banele, and Sibongakonke, who must be proud that their father died a revolutionary. Lalangotolo Zulu, you were young at heart. May your soul rest in peace, perfect peace.
The obituary of fighter Nontombi Khatebe. We mourn the life of fighter Nontombi Khatebe, who was born in Tembisa Hospital on the 26th of December 2006. Nontombi was a free spirit who gave her life to the struggle for economic freedom in our lifetime at the young age of 19 years old. Having attended Abakulisini Secondary School, Nontombi was unfortunate to only reach grade 11 of her schooling, but she was part of an organization that was working towards a return to her schooling so she can pursue a better life for herself and her family. Nontombi was part of the millions of young people of this country who have been abandoned by this government and had chosen a path of radicalism and a commitment to the fight for her right to be educated and employed through the EFF. Her life had immense potential, and her attendance at the June 16 rally in Umlazi as such a young person shows how much she appreciated the sacrifices of those who came before her and their own love for education. Her death will not be in vain, and her spirit will continue to shine the light and inspire her young siblings that she leaves behind. She now sits alongside great revolutionaries that she went to honor on June 16 and can be called in the same line as Tsietsi Mashinini, and that is the honor we bestow upon her. May her soul rest in perfect peace.
We mourn the life of fighter Lungani Bata, who was born in Fried Hospital on the 18th of September 1999. Lungani was not an ordinary activist or fighter. He was an artist and one of those who took the stage in Umlazi on the 16th of June 2025 and performed for the EFF at our June 16 rally. Lungani was a Kwaito artist, and the group he performed with survived and mourned their brother and a revolutionary. Lungani was employed at Ezemvelo Wildlife, as was committed to his job, which included looking after the animals which belong to us as African people. Lungani leaves behind his two-year-old son, Uminami Mtambo, who will grow up to know that his father changed lives by fighting for freedom through his talent of music. May the soul of fighter Lungani rest in revolutionary peace.
The obituary of fighter Ayanda Kumalo, We mourn the life of Ayanda Kumalo, born in Ngutu Hospital on the 5th of September 1998. Having attended Helen Primary School and matriculated at Lueti SSS High School, Ayanda was one of the many statistics of unemployment in South Africa today. As a young man of 27, his determination and commitment to finish his schooling and obtain a matric certificate remained his hope that he would one day get an opportunity to be employed and uplift himself and his community out of poverty. Ayanda was a committed activist and a revolutionary fighter who, despite his personal challenges, never lost ambition or hope and found a political home in the EFF to pursue his dream and make his family proud. He leaves behind his son Lunati Tozani and his grandparents Emwel Kumalo and Filda Butelezi, whose pain of losing their grandson will only be eased by his memory living out through Ulunati. Ayanda now lives as a revolutionary who inspires the youth of this country to never lose hope and will lead the struggle as an ancestor alongside the June 16 revolutionary heroes such as Tiro. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Obituary of fighter Guabi Ci. We mourn the life of Guabi Ci, who was born on the 5th of November 1981, just a few years after the blood of the June 16 generation fell. Guabi Ci, who was aged 44, was a farm worker at a dairy farm who knew what it meant to work the land but not own it. Guabi Ci was a member of the EFF because she appreciated the need for the return of the land to the African people as someone who worked the land every day but never got to see its benefits. She was brave enough to remain a member for the EFF even if it risked her own job because she was committed to an idea whose time has come no matter the risk. Guabi Ci leaves behind her 4 children, Amatle Mtshali, Sinakho Konke Mtshali, Mvelo Mtshali, and Gwandoguhle Mtshali. The lives of these children have been stripped from a mother, but in the EFF, they will always have a home because her mother was brave enough to build it for them. May her soul rest in peace.
The obituary of fighter Siboniso Mangele. We mourn the life of Siboniso Mangele, who was born on the 21st of August 2002 at Gwaqeza Hospital. Mangele, at the young age of 23 years old, marked himself as an economic freedom fighter who would be counted as celebrating the 1976 generation. Siboniso attended school at Mhayise Secondary School, where he would plant the seeds to join a revolution that needed him to champion it. In a country where the youth is forgotten, his revolutionary discipline demanded us to remember the dreams of the 1976 generation, which till today have not been achieved. Siboniso leaves behind his mother, Unana Mangele, and his daughter, Valentine Mangele, who will grow to always know that her father died with honor because he lost his life remembering the liberation heroes who gave us the freedom that we enjoy today. May he find joy in heaven with his icon, Steve Biko. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Obituary of fighter Tozani Mashazi. We mourn the life of Tozani Mashazi, who was born on the 18th of August 1995 in Malzalfontein, Zululand, known as Kara. Tozani was a 30-year-old bricklayer by profession and a defender in football, which made him one of the best fighters because he knew what it means to build and what it means to defend the movement that was built from the ground up. Tozani was a humble soul who enjoyed football and spending time with his family, while being an important part of his community because many houses in his community were built by his bare hands. Tozani was a soldier that this revolutionary movement needed and still need as we rebuild our organization, and he will be dearly missed by his father, Ubaba Ujon Nxusa, and umama wakhe Ubangeni Mashazi, as well as his 3 sisters and a brother. May he be remembered with honor as he died returning from celebrating heroes he knows sits with such as Hector Peterson. May his soul rest in peace, in perfect peace.